You are.
Mark will be, okay.
We're ready? All right. It is Monday, March 27th. It is 6 o'clock. This is a meeting of the Buildings and Utilities Committee. I am Christy Marshall, Chair, and with me is Mr. Whidden. And tonight, we are here to provide a recommendation to Council regarding authorizing the Director of Public Service and Safety to advertise for bids and enter into a contract for miscellaneous water parts for calendar years 2023 through 2025 at a cost not to exceed $138,000 for each calendar year. Mr. Tittering. Mr. Tittering.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So in past years, we always have a few budget line items for water meter parts and fittings, and we were notified or found out, we discovered that there are some different ways that we can buy this material that we didn't realize that we had in the past. This has been, in recent years, very difficult to get in a timely manner. We are dealing typically with repairs to existing water meters, some cases getting new water meters ready when we can get the new water meters in. And so from this point on, we would like to bid out in bulk the various items through a single vendor. There are various vendors, so it would be a competitive bid. We'd like to do this over a 3-year period. Again, $138,000, which is in the budget, so it's no change to the budget. Give us a chance to stockpile things that we need, inventory, and hopefully remain ahead of new developments as well as repairs when it comes to these kind of line items. And we are not asking for emergency legislation.
Okay. Do you have a motion?
If when we do this, are we expecting to take delivery of the 3 years worth of inventory, or is this just locking the price in?
It's locking the price in, yes.
Okay. And then just generally, as a general question, do you have a basic overview of the health of the water department? I think issues in the country, I know this is a broad subject, we're here talking about it. Do we feel like we have everything we need, that the water department is in?
Yeah, we're very close. Yeah, we're very closely monitored, like every system is, by the Ohio EPA. We do testing depending on what kind of test. We do it daily, weekly, monthly, or quarterly. We turn those in. Our tests have always come out positive. We've been very well regarded, knock on wood, by the Ohio EPA with no issues.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other council members have questions? All right, Ms. Phillips.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I believe we did talk about this item at budget in November, that
about this specific one. This is something
that we were looking to do a large bulk purchase, that it was in the budget.
You might be talking about meters themselves.
We did.
Which we do.
Yes.
This was something that this specific area was something that we discovered recently.
Oh, okay. Got it. Okay.
I mean, we do it whenever we can, wherever
right.
we can.
Well, we did it, but we were expecting issues with ordering.
With the meters. We've
right.
had issues for the last couple of years with the meters. We actually changed, I believe it was last year, we changed the model, or the type, not the model, but yeah, I guess it is the model, not the type, of meter that we were buying because we could not get the one that we had. And so it's a step down, but it's been very reliable, same brand, same everything else.
Okay. All right, that's all I have. Thank you.
All right, have any questions? All right, seeing none, how would you like to proceed?
Move forward.
All right, we can move forward with that one, and we have one more for us. That is to provide a recommendation to council regarding the Maple Street and Peters Road Waterline Improvement Project. And that is to authorize the Director of Public Service and Safety to enter into a professional services agreement with the firm of Axis Engineering, LLC, for the design of the Maple Street and Peters Road Improvement Project at a total cost not to exceed $69,000 for the design services, as well as to advertise for bids and enter into a contract for the Maple Street and Peters Road Waterline Improvement Project at a cost not to exceed $650,000.
Thank you, Madam Chair. In 2022, we have this budgeted as the Maple Street Waterline Improvement Project, which would have been to replace a very old water line where we've had a number of main breaks, as well as a portion of Peters Road. There are, on Peters Road, there are duplicate lines. Ours is a 6-inch and the county has a 16-inch. That's just evolved over time. Not sure exactly what the history was, but when we looked closer, talked to our engineer for project design, we saw that it would the county's 16-inch water line. We talked to the county, were able to move the master meter as well as get everybody onto the larger line, and then we would take over the maintenance and ownership of the 16-inch water line. They're much more efficient. The 16-inch water line is in very good shape. The county is agreeable to that. Does not change the billing for any of the customers that are on that line. It will result in some additional design work that needs to be done that will push us over the $50,000 limit, which is why we were asking for number one. And then we do have in the budget $650,000 in the water fund to be able to do this expanded project. We are not asking for emergency legislation.
So we're just tapping your line,
We're
right?
replacing segments of on Maple Street as well as on Peters, and the ones that are on the 6-inch that'll be abandoned on Peters, they'll be moved over to the 16-inch as part of this project.
How new is that, the 16-inch one that we're going into, like?
I would estimate the 80s.
Which is new in
Which is-
water line.
That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
You were born in the 80s?
You're sweet. You're kind.
Moving on.
I don't.
With the problems we have on Maple Street, I guess months back now, where we had a couple of the breaks in the line there, that's now been fixed. We didn't consider we needed emergency legislation for that kind of issues, at least for the immediate, EDC has been put to bed?
No, I think by the time we get it, I'll bid out. There's a number of steps to go through. There's additional design work.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we did it by emergency, it's really not going to help anything.
Are we do we have an estimate of starting this year, or are we just unsure?
It'll be sometime this year.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, question? Any other thoughts? No.
Sorry, please. Actually, this might be better for Jill. But is this 16-inch line, is this a portion that runs off into West Milton in that area, or is there a dead-end loop here somewhere on this county line?
I think
No.
There's
a dedicated 20-inch line that pretty much goes to West Milton. This is down south. Now, it was the only service for a while, like the Windmere, the county Windmere development, things like that. And then the county got a loop that's along 25A they installed last couple of years. And then that's where it's given us a little bit of flexibility with the 16-inch line.
Okay.
So it has nothing to do with West Milton, though.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Do you have a question?
Yes, thank you, Madam
Go
Chair.
right ahead.
Question for somebody. The material type of the piping, and what is the life expectancy? You say it's still young, right, built in the 80s. What is the life expectancy of that 16-inch?
I'm not exactly sure what the material is, whether it's concrete pipe or if it's ductile iron. But ductile iron or concrete, it's 100-year life expectancy-ish. I mean, like, not that there can't be main breaks and failures otherwise. And the city standard is to install ductile iron. So that's what we plan to do on the Maple Street. But the 16-inch, unfortunately, I apologize. I don't know the exact material, but I would anticipate it's one of those two.
The county standards are almost identical to ours, so.
Thank you.
All right. Anyone in the audience have any questions? Seeing none, how would you wish to proceed?
Move forward.
All right, we will move forward with that, and we are adjourned.